Hi, nice to be on the forum for the first time. Um,
You're most welcome.
sure, thanks a lot. And I follow your YouTube channel, Chipra, and I'm privileged and like really feeling good about being a part of the live sessions. It has definitely added a lot of value in how I was perceiving, the interview basically from the interview standpoint. So I'm currently in the job market. To just brief a bit about me, I do have experience working as a business analyst with a retail client in USA with an Indian implementation partner. And again, I'm out in the job market looking for an ideal one. So for the sake of preparation, I do follow the lives you put on the BA Club YouTube channel, and yes, it has given a lot of retrospection I do within myself of how do I used to follow it and what an ideal way should be. So yeah, thank you for keeping this going on.
Thanks for your kind words, Priya, and good luck for your search.
Sure, thank you.
And thanks for suggesting that we have been adding value. So that's always nice to hear. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. So have you given any interviews recently? How was your experience like?
I was being given an opportunity to, have an interview. I went till like round three, but somehow they were looking up for someone locally in Connecticut, and I'm based out in a different state. I showed the flexibility to be there for like any important meetings or any particular day to travel, but that was not the important KPI they were looking forward for. And also apart from that, they were looking something having good stakeholders experience, like getting the business basically directly for their inbuilt CRM tool and all. So yeah, but it has definitely given me a lot of understanding. You know how it happens, Shipra. I'm talking about my own experience. Like when you are actually placed in a project, then you stop actually adding more skills apart from what it is required from that particular project. And that's what exactly happened with me. But when again I am out looking up for a new project, I can definitely figure out there are a lot of skill sets what I need to upgrade myself with. And yeah, I take it as a good opportunity to get that available time to upgrade myself.
Yeah, that's sad to hear that the opportunity didn't work out. But yes, every opportunity is a lesson for us, right? And
Mhm, mhm.
learning should never stop. So when is the good time to learn? It's always right. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So what usually happens is, we get too immersed or too busy with our work, and we just
Mhm,
focus on our work. We just focus on deliveries and things like that. So we might be excelling in that, but there is a whole lot work, lot of knowledge out there which we don't get a chance to work on. And what happens is when we start looking out, right? We kind of think that I'm doing so good in my current profile and I know each and everything, but when we just get into the water, then we come to know how deep it is. So, and if we start to think, if we think that I'll go into the water and I'll learn swimming, that's not possible. Every day you
very
have
true.
to, yeah, every day you have to learn one or the other thing, isn't it? So yeah, every day is a chance for learning, so we need to grab that. um
Rightly said. Yeah.
So yeah, hi Vipul. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, ma'am.
Thanks.
So only three of us are there, or others
I'm
are also joining.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, sorry, I joined first for the first time, so I don't know anything.
Yeah, no worries. So what we do is we keep these sessions every Saturday. at the same time, and people join in if they are available. Otherwise, they go and listen to the recordings. So that's the
Okay,
way we
sure.
we operate. So yeah, I make myself available. I'm having more than 17 years of experience as a business analyst. So I make myself available at this time. So in case anyone, has any questions, any concepts they want to clear out, any things they like to discuss, any, insights they want, or, anything they can learn from my experience. Sometimes we do bring in other speakers from other companies if, if anyone volunteers. So that's how we are going ahead. So people, how you came to know about our club?
Man, actually, like now I'm working as a business analyst. So, uh, like, yeah, I have done actually chemical with MBA. Okay, so I don't have any friends from computer science background or any other background. So, like, curiously, I just search on the Telegram, like, if there any community exists, like where they used to share documents or things resources related to business analysis. So then I found that BA group, and from there actually I got to know like, yeah, there is this kind of also sessions used to happen. So from there only,
Mhm.
like from Telegram only, like, I just searched and
Okay.
I just found
Yeah, I
in
I
search
did
of
the same.
resources basically.
Yeah, I did the same. I searched on Telegram and got myself added into the business analysis knowledge forum group. It was pure sheer luck by chance. It happened, and then I started reverting on people's queries, and they made me admin. And later on, I opened up the BA club. So we this is our fourth year going on when we are having these sessions. So from last 4 years, we are conducting these sessions, and we have talked a lot about BA related things, and I hope they'll add value to it. If you want to refer to our past sessions, you can go to our YouTube channel as well. So Supriya joined us from the
I
YouTube
yeah,
channel itself.
yeah, actually I have already subscribed to your YouTube channel like last week only. And like, still I need to go and go through all the videos, like whichever I will find informative or related to what currently I'm doing, basically
Hmm. And if
related to like the projects or like the
Yeah, if you're looking for
yeah.
BA related resources, right? So please do check out Divakar Singh's profile on LinkedIn. He has created a very good repository of all the BA related materials online. So there is a Google Drive. Um, I'm sure someone will be able to share the link with you. So on this
Oh yeah,
Google Drive,
that I got from the book.
okay, okay, good,
Yes.
good. Yeah. So there's a lot of material out there. That's what I'm aware of. I never got a chance to go through all that material because of my busy schedule. But yeah, anyone who is aspiring BA or who is looking for more BA related resources, that's the holy grail. Yeah. So and even on the business analysis knowledge forum or Telegram group, there's a lot of material which has been available in the media section. So do check out that area as well if you're looking for BA related resources.
Shipra, you said Divakar Singh on LinkedIn, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So it he has the material on the drive. So I mean the right way to connect with him over the LinkedIn and then like personally like connect chat and then get it, or he's there on our group.
If
Sorry,
you
I missed to understand.
Yeah, if you just go through the feed, right? So he keeps on posting new materials and keeps on posting other
Okay,
links to his drive. So you just go through his feed and one or the other feed will give you the link. And
sounds good. Sure. Thank you.
People, if you have that, feel free to post it on our BA club or Telegram group. Maybe Supriya will be able to pick it from there.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I will
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
Thank you so
also
much,
check out,
Vipul.
also check out Business Analysis Knowledge Forum Telegram group. There's a lot of BA related material out there as well. So go to
Yeah,
Business
it's
Analysis
there only
Knowledge
like
Forum
someone I guess shared.
and go to media area.
There only like someone shared this
Mhm.
link.
Yeah. So go to media and you'll find the files there as well. And Divakar's
Okay.
folder. Google Drive is another source. So people, you mentioned that you are a business analyst by profession, right? So how long have you been in this profile?
Right now, like I'm just about to complete 2 years,
Okay, nice.
so I've just started only. Like it's not
Uh-huh.
that long.
Okay,
Like
nice.
not like yours. Like yeah, having 17 years of experience. Like yeah, somewhere for
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
I'm too old, huh?
Yeah, kind of. I can say.
Yeah, I know. I know that already. So so yeah,
Uh,
that's the reality.
yeah, I mean, old is the
Yes.
wrong word. I mean, you are too senior, Shipra. I mean, we look forward at you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
The senior
once
we are
once
looking for.
once in my office, someone called me a lady, and I was like, "Call me Gal, please." Lady sounds old. So so one needs to be young at heart, right?
Very true. Yeah.
So so which domain you are in, Vipul?
Uh, Currently, like I'm just working as a general. Okay, uh, and basically like my role is right now confined more into like proposal creation and all. So I'm not getting like chance to uh, focus on a particular domain actually right
Okay,
now.
so you're more into sales, is it?
Yeah, kind of like yeah, pre-sales. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever we get lead, like yeah, then client used to join us, and then we try to like understand what they need, and also like what all like their requirement is or like what they are looking for, or what solution they want. Then after like if the project is complex, then we used to ask for a discovery session or any documentation if they are having, or if they don't have, they have only idea, then we used to organize a discovery session, and then we understand like what they are looking for, or like what USP generally like they want in that product, how we can help them. We prepare rough draft for them, and yeah, then if they like our solution, then we go ahead with the project like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'd like to add to that, right? So sales is kind of a next level for a BA. So if you're already working in pre-sales area, then don't try to go into a BA role, because then you might be missing on an opportunity. If you have an opportunity to work in sales, please do continue in the same. Sales is also a great work profile if you can excel in that, for sure. It takes a lot of effort,
Uh,
uh, but it's kind of a next level for a BA. So BA can, senior BAs like me, right? They either go into project management, or they go into product management, or they go into sales. So that's one of the future roles for a senior BA. So if you're already working on it, I'll suggest you continue in it, right? So keep your learning growing. Don't stop on the learning aspect, but don't try to go into a BA role and then in future move into a sales role. If you see what I mean.
uh, it's not purely like sales. Like I'm not generating leads or anything, but whenever a lead come, like we have a sales team, like BDAs are there.
But
They used
you're
to
getting
like connect with
chance.
the client and all.
So
Ah,
you
yes,
might
correct.
be generating leads right now, right? But you're getting chance to learn how the leads are generated, isn't it? So
No.
you're getting chance to work closely with the sales team. You are getting chance to interact with clients. Maybe not now, but
Yeah,
maybe
client
in future
interaction is there.
you'll
Client
grow there.
interaction is there. Like from
Yeah.
the
So
like day one, I'm doing that. Like connecting with the client
mhm,
and like understanding what they are looking for, or like even sometimes
yeah.
pitching like yeah, what all projects we have done in the past in our company,
Hmm.
and how we used to provide our solutions. So yeah,
Yeah.
that thing
So
I used to
so overall sales is quite a lucrative job as well. That's what I'm saying. Business analyst profile is a bit different from the sales profile. right? A
Yes, ma'am.
BA focuses on one requirement at a time. A sales guy focuses on the entire system, right?
Correct.
And he or she is supposed to know about ins and outs. He's supposed to know what all capabilities my system have and what all limitations my system have as well, right? At least back of the mind, he should be aware of all this. So
Yes, ma'am.
you become a generic thing, and you learn the entire thing rather than just focusing on one module. So that's why
Correct.
sales is taken as a next level to a BA. Yeah, and many BAs, once they feel, uh, once they start feeling bored with their work, right? They then try to move into sales profile. I've seen many BAs who have fought with their managers to somehow get into the sales or pre-sales team. So that 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 is another thing that is happening in the market. So if you're already into pre-sales, do consider remaining in the same profile if you're good at it, right? It's not an easy thing to do, but if you think you are capable of leading, generating leads in future, or capable of selling something to a customer, then you can stick to a sales profile. Sales BAs are not exactly BAs because they don't, get involved in the solutioning aspect. They don't get involved into, how to create a solution for a problem. So that's a different profile than what a good BA is supposed to do. Yeah, but there are of course
But
many roles where BAs are in support, where BAs are doing implementation, and so many roles are there. So sales is one of the roles of a BA for sure. But yeah.
and actually, it's an UI UX design company. Okay, so in that one, like whenever like opportunity used to come, like to like this solution what we used to provide, like we used to prepare a proper scope of work for them, like writing like each and every module, like each and every screens with the use case, and like that document we used to provide them like for free. So like at some point I used to create like if I'm like feeling good, then I used to like write all the user stories for them, like on a high level, basically, not in detail, like with all the acceptance criteria. But yeah, that thing also used to draft, and also like design estimates, like yeah, how much time it will take, and like deciding upon the cost and other things. So, like, I used to take care of currently. And I also got
Mhm.
opportunity as well, like yeah, to work for a project as well. Like that was a complete in-house solution for an exchange house, basically. So
Mhm.
6 months there also I have spent. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
from
nice.
in and out.
Yeah, it's not easy to get a good projects and good learning. Yeah, so sounds like you are on the right track. You are getting the right projects.
Yes. But yeah, I also like yeah, work in a development team, basically, like because there you will learn more. What I feel like right now, because I'm also like I'm doing this one from past 2 years, maybe, like that's why like little bit bored of it. And sometimes like uh, clients came, but from different like currently I'm handling one project from hotel and tourism industry, like not handling, basically client came with the requirement, so for them we are preparing solution. And one is from this banking sector, like they want all the modules for the bank, basically like what all systems can we have, and like for users for their backend and other things. So like that.
Hmm.
Sometimes it become
So
hectic
sounds
as
like
well.
yeah. So sounds like you are in a consultant kind of role as well, right?
Yeah, like it's a
So
startup, so whatever they like company demanding, like yeah, we are
mhm.
doing that. Basically.
Yeah. It's a good learning go, and it's a good project.
So, yes,
So if you're getting bored, right? So you can always talk to your managers to give you something new to do.
ma'am, actually, like in company there are no like currently I'm the senior person like in BA. and like manager was earlier manager was there, but yeah, now he left. So above me, like yeah, I directly used to connect with the CEO only, and he don't like yeah to like allow me basically working in projects. Like he just asked
Mm-hmm.
me like yeah, focus
Yeah.
there only.
Yeah. Small companies always give you a lot of learning opportunities and growth opportunities as well. So as the company grows, you grow with them. Yeah.
Correct,
So
ma'am.
yeah. So you have only 2 years of experience and you're directly talking to the CEO of the company, right? So not every VA gets a chance to do that.
Yes. If you allow,
Yeah.
like yeah, I will like share like some of the work like yeah, which I have done. You can check that and like yeah, you can guide me better. After this session, I will
Yes,
share with
sir.
you. You can go through. On
Hmm.
Telegram, I will share.
But don't share any company documents or anything,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
So
That I will take care of.
yeah. Okay. I doubt if anyone else will be joining us today. Vijay was asking for when the session is starting. I told him that he has not joined yet. Anyways, do we have any questions from your side or no, Supriya, if you have any questions for me?
Uh, yes, ma'am, like in basically like if we are working on a banking project or client is coming with a banking requirement, then what all things or what all kind of solutions we can provide to them, or like what are the important things a bank needs basically like to operate. If bank is like yeah, about to start, then what all things uh, banking like a bank can require, like kind of an MVP solution, or like even if it's a full-fledged solution, then what all things they require to like come do their operations.
Hmm. So let me not answer a banking question because I don't belong to banking, so I may be incorrect or I may end up giving you half of the information, right? But any any project in general. So let me kind of give you an answer for any project irrespective of the domain. Yeah. So whenever a new client comes whenever we talk about a solution for that client, right? So the key requirements of a client includes these. So first thing, that the client will definitely want a feature in the system which will allow him or allow the company to capture their customers. So whenever client is asking for any system, so let's say an insurance company is asking for a system, or a banking bank is asking for a banking solution, or e-commerce website is required for a seller or anything, right? So every organization will have their customers, and they will have their other vendors, or they will have their own employees. So party data, right? So party data is one of the requirement that any customer will like to hold, and along with the party they will have to take care of the data protection regulations as well. So those regulatory requirements will also come in. So any solution will first of all provide a mechanism to capture the customer information or party information, be it employees, be it vendors, be it customers, or people or other organizations, whomsoever are required to be used or whomsoever are required to be mentioned. So for a banking, they might give they will want a customer identification number, they'll want a customer name, they'll want customer address, they'll want maybe other information like PAN, date of birth, which will be kind of hidden for them. So those regulatory requirements. So customer related requirements is one of the requirements which the solution should provide. The second kind of yeah, so then you can go on mute if I'm answering Vipin's question for the time being. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I'll come back. Yeah, I'll come back to you. So the second kind of a requirement or a solution will provide is uh, related to the original business.
So if I am a e-commerce website, then I need to sell out things. So I'll want to list out the things. I want users to be able to search for the things, maybe apply some filters for the search. I want users to be able to, add those items to the cart and make a purchase. If I am an insurance system, then I'll want my I'm selling insurance policies, right? So I want to create policy records, and maybe the system should generate the documents, system should provide should note down what all um, the policy details are. System should provide me a capability to uh, note down, to get do the pricing and determine how much premium I want to capture. So things related to the core business. So that's the second kind of requirements will pitch in. For a banking solution, the customers, what customers will be purchasing? Customer will be creating saving bank accounts. Customers will be purchasing FDs. They'll be creating RDs, so on and so forth, right? Credit cards, debit cards. So all these will form different modules in the banking solution. So the core business, I need functionality related to the core business, so that I can use the solution for dealing with my day-to-day business. That's the second kind of requirements that come in. Third kind of requirements are more related to security, permissions, who can access, who cannot access the system, what information they can see. So, for example, if I am a window operator in a bank, then I should be able to see customer name and account number, but I should not be able to see the PAN number of it, right? However, if I'm a branch manager, then I might be able to see the PAN number also. So to what level or to what extent, different people, what all different people will be accessing the system, what all roles will be there, right? So a window operator is one role, branch manager is another role. So what all different people who will be accessing the system, we need to determine that. And then um, what permissions they will have, right? And sometimes we also give these team features, so you create teams for different peoples and things like that. So those are third kind of requirements that any solution will provide. Fourth requirements that come to mind is more related to your non-functional requirements, when the system needs to be up, when the system can be made down, can be, what could be the downtime, how many people will be accessing it, maintainability, scalability, and all those non-functional requirements will kick in. So if you start from these four kind of, broad categories of requirements, you will be easily able to, nail down and drill down on each of these areas, and, it will give you a start. And of course, once you get a start of, you will be communicating more with the client, and client will keep on will continually give you more requirements. Does that help people?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it was. Yeah, now I'm really like, yeah, how I can shape the conversation with the client, basically. How we can uh,
Mhm.
bring questions and from them we can get answers. I think in
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah. So you can always, start with what, who all will be accessing the system, what permissions
Users and personas.
want to give and restrict, what is your core business, what all modules you want, FD, RD, and so on and so forth, right? What is the priority? Maybe savings bank account is a priority, then FD, RD, which will help you, determine the releases, and then you can talk about, uh, what all customer information you will be capturing, or what all parties will be there. So then your conversations will start, and with each conversation you get to know more about client business, and you then move forward. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Shipra, just wanted to know what was the exactly the question of the Vipul. Means he do wanted to know key for the banking, how should he proceed, or how does the banking behave in the IT manner?
Yeah, it's kind of the same, the first thing, right? So how, for a bank, what a banking solution can offer.
Okay, means as a
Yeah.
BA, what can be the main role for the BA to have in the banking career or banking? what he needs to be step in whenever he has the assignment with related to banking. Correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, it was more like what requirements we should start with.
Okay. Just what have just Sipra has just informed, but normally just I will add back 1 or 2 points over it. Uh, Normally for the banking, because I'm also from the banking over there. So normally what we take into account while having any of the requirement or something like that, the initial phase, what we give to the onboarding of the BA over there. So we give them the basic requirement is that particularly he should be somewhat well versed with whatever is the trial balance, profit and loss, and the balance sheet. Because these three things, the Schedule 6 over there of the Banking Regulation Act is of very much prior importance that every BA should be well versed with. Okay, what are the terminology being used by the finance team or the credit ops team or the some operation teams who are dealing with the derivative segments? So actually, he should be somewhat well versed with key. Okay, these are the terminology that would be used across over there. So Shipra had covered one chapter about the customer's account, like the saving account, current account. So that comes under the liability part over there. So the same thing which comes over there as the loans and advances, that comes under the asset. So at least that come whatever we are going into forward ahead. So we should be at least have the knowledge about whether it is a liability, whether it is the asset, what is the debit, what is the credit. So that would be forming a basic rule practice over there. Even though we don't know the major accountancy part, and that would be okay. But at least the headers, the ledgers, and what are the sub ledgers, that you should be well versed with. What are the GLs and the leaves over there? So that forms the major part over there for the banking over there. Mm, I guess that is the starting point only what I just discussed over there for the banking part. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Sarvayan. Yeah, definitely, domain is the bread and butter of any BA. I didn't touch upon the domain part because Vipul is currently in sales team. Since you joined late, you might have missed that part. But yeah, he's more or less a generic BA kind of role, and he's currently in sales team. And a new client has come, prospective bank has come for the um, consultancy purposes, and he's asking from where to
Got
start.
the point.
But
Okay.
yes, sir, yeah. So definitely, once he starts, he has to involve a banking BA so that the banking BA can talk to the customer, right? Without using the customer language, you cannot proceed
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
for Shipra, for the
And-
salesperson also, it is a very big challenge over there whenever it interacts with the finance team or the IT team of the banks
Hmm.
over there. So when they test comes over there, okay, when they sit in front of the clients, they just encounter with the questions over there put up by the finance or the IT team. So means at that point of time, they are expecting that the opposite person has the product level information with him. So whatever
No,
yeah,
that's
so whatever he's
definitely.
about to sell the product to the bank, at least he should be well versed with that product over there. So then only he would be able to move ahead with the granular level details about it, how it would be helping to the bank's users over there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am totally in agreement with that. Without learning the client language, you are doomed to fail, right? You cannot just proceed because you'll be sitting in a meeting and client will be, talking and talking and talking about profits, losses, assets, liabilities. And if you are not well versed with the terms, you use derivatives, right? I'm not even sure whether I completely know what the derivative is, and what are the ins and outs of a
It's a
derivative.
big market.
So if you're not yeah, if you're not well versed with the terms, right?
Yeah.
You you you're definitely going to lost everything, and you're definitely going to lose the major information. So and that's going to hit you back for sure. So definitely domain is a
Yeah.
must.
So Vipul recently joined at the banking over there, currently as a sales.
Uh, no, like it's not like that. Like actually, one client came with the banking requirement. they need a system who will like which will work like they're actually they want to build a co-banking solution basically. So for them, like they
Okay.
came to us, but we are a UI design company, so we will only hand over them design. Development some other company will do in that way.
Correct. Correct. That is a core partner because core banking solution is not a small module.
Small
It is
thing,
a
correct?
it is a completely at a bigger edge over there. What the Infi and the TCS are into, TW24, all that publics are into. But good,
Yes.
actually, if whenever you have that particular experience over there in learning, so it would be great help that you just share the learning over at this class also. So it would be important too.
Yeah, so even if you are UI designing part, right? But still, you need to know what all functions, what all modules will be
Yes,
there.
correct.
So I'll just hire a banking a BA to help you out in this project.
Correct.
It will be quite tricky if you are not aware of the banking domain ins and out. Um, Better to hire or get someone in who has banking domain experience and who can help you uh, translate the discussion with the client.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Domain knowledge is
So
must.
when client speaks, yeah. So when client speaks, right, they speak in their own language. So it's as good as Japanese or Korean language to us, or some Chinese language to us. So we don't know. So if you have to deal with the Chinese client, you have to bring in someone who can translate Chinese to English to you, isn't it?
Correct.
Same goes with domain. So if client is speaking, they will definitely speak in their domain. So even if they're using English words, but still the domain words will kick in, and you need someone to translate those words for you.
Correct. But most of the time, like yeah, whoever like is the client, we generally connect with people like yeah who are into more business. Like they are also like not that expert. Like sometimes we do face to face with some like really expert people like who are from operations, like who know like crust or like everything, basically, like from tip to top, basically. So sometimes yeah, it's
Mhm.
like that as well. So I
Yeah,
mean,
as long as someone is translating it for you, right? So that's good. It could be a client side also. So sometimes client, keep their business analyst who translate business to you.
yeah,
So that's also fine, as long as you are getting the right information and as long as things are moving. But don't get stuck because you don't have someone who's playing the translator role.
nice.
Yeah. Savin, do you want to add something?
Uh, no, I just want to ask you some one of the questions relating to the insurance. That normally, what we had learned about the insurance in our BCom whenever we had over there as the final subject over there. So at that point of time, we only knew about the claim receivable, claim payable, premium receivable, and the premium payable, all the options over there. So normally, in the insurance sector, so how the particularly the data this normally flows from directly you can say the policy generation till the last the claim settlement of the members or something means the how is the system flows over there for an insurance sector if you have the idea.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I have the idea. I'm working from 17 years in insurance only, right?
Yeah, basically you
Yeah,
can speak about the general level language over there, no issues.
of course,
Yeah,
of course. I'll be speaking in
yeah, yeah.
layman terms only, because I know you belong to banking domain and I belong to insurance domain, so I won't speak the language which there is no one
Correct,
to
correct,
translate,
correct.
right? So yeah. So how insurance industry works is like banking, they also have the subdivisions, right? So one division is policy division. So there is like every insurance company will note down the customer data and they'll create the policies, right? So there are policy management systems out there whose whole and sole purpose is to manage the policies.
And within those systems also, there are two types of system. One is pre-bind, other is post-bind. So pre-bind is basically, capturing the customer details, generating the leads, and doing the pricing, determining the premium, and so on and so forth, right? And then post-bind is once the policies are issued, then, getting the premium installments, dealing with the claims and things like that. So pre-bind and post-bind, and some systems offer both functions. Some system offers pre-bind function, some system offer post-bind function. So that's a whole mix out there, and there are some large global leaders out there for whose work is in policy only, and there are some small vendors also. Then there is a claim system. So claims management systems are a second set of category within
Sorry to
insurance
interrupt,
domain.
Shipra. Normally, how
Yeah.
the policy is being generated? Say, suppose if I want to put a new policy XYZ. So means how that is generated means getting the business benefits over there, getting the main advantages of the policies, pros and cons of the policies, and it's
That's
like a
yeah,
type of a master we are having, a schemes we are having in the system.
yeah. So that's a different question altogether. Shall I complete my first
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
answer and then come to this one? Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about claims management system. So claims management systems, whole and soul is noting down the what notifications have come of claims, whether the claims are valid claims, not valid claims, how much we have to pay, how much we are taking refunds, how what all third parties are involved, so on and so forth. So those claim management systems are there, and then there are billing systems. So when you talked about, account receivables and money coming in, money going out, so those billing systems take care of that, and those billing systems closely interact with claims management systems and policy management systems. And once the money comes in, they inform the policy system that premium has been received, and once the claim payment is made, they inform the claims management system that the claim payment has been done. And these billing systems are also closely aligned with the banks, and they keep a track of the bank account, and then they reconcile, there's x amount in bank account, is it a correct amount, or I'm missing something, and those kind of reconciliation and reports are there, and so on and so forth, right? So it's a whole and there is a whole jungle out there of different systems interacting with each other. Yeah. Does that answer your first question?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The second question was how insurance company notes down the policies, or how they determine how they deal with the policies, basically, isn't it? So uh, most of the business that comes into the system is either via brokers or via agents. So brokers are people who deal with insureds, and get the information from insured and give it to the clients, or the insurance companies have their own agents, and sometimes they have this direct business also, where they open up a portal, and people can directly purchase policies from there. So Policy Bazaar is kind of a broker system, right? They get your information and then give you different quotes from different companies, and then you purchase it from there. If you go to maybe ICICI Lombard website, so that's a direct business. So you are directly reaching out to the insurance company, filling out your details, and getting a premium out of it, right? So there are different ways in which the leads are generated, in which the business comes. Once a business has come, then insurance company note down the details of the client. Let's say if I'm purchasing an auto insurance policy, then they'll note down what my age is, have I what's the vehicle I'm going to use, do I drink and drive, are there any previous offenses against me. So they keep track of all that information, and then they give me a premium amount. So there are pricing tools that are integrated with the system. So they note down the information, and then they check out the logic at the pricing end, and they give you the premium that needs to be quote. Now once you quote the premium, so there can be different ways, different things that can happen. So you get the customer detail. Either you'll decline it, you'll directly say, as an insurance company, I don't want to take your business. You directly decline the business, and that's the end of it. Second thing can happen is you issue a quote, and you say, this is the premium I'm going to charge you. Now the insured or the person who is looking for an insurance, it is up to them. They can say, I don't want to take your quote, I'm getting a better quote in the market. So that in that case, they can, you need to mark your contract as it was not taken up. And other thing that they can say is, okay, I'm happy with you, I'll pay you the premium and give me a contract. In that case, you'll make your contract live and you'll say, the contract is in force. So that's how the industry generates leads and do the processing. So once your policy is done, once it is in force, then if customer want any changes, then you change the policies. If customer wants to renew, you renew the policy, right? So other things can happen. Customer might say, oh, I won't be paying you premium in one go, I'll be paying you quarterly or monthly installments. Then you reach out to customer and ask him to pay you money. So all that premium information keeps on flowing into your policy. So that's not the end of it. Policy will still continue. Is there any other information you're looking for, Sunil?
Normally, I was just looking for, say, suppose I have taken any of the policy over there. I have been paying the premium from the last 10 years, and I haven't made any of the claims or so far. So, means I just wanted to know the profit and loss, whatever the insurance company is being getting up over there from the premiums. So, normally they go according to each of the members' ledger, or they consolidate it around of the total premiums received minus the total claims, like that, or how is the base practice going on? If 100 rupees is the premium what is being received by the insurance company, and say suppose 60 is the claim, so 40 is the profit that is being derived, or there is some other method they are taking up over there for calculating the net profit?
Yeah. So insurance industry does not work on transaction or on individual, profit basis. Insurance industry works on a principle of large numbers, law of large numbers, as we call it, right? What this law says is that multiple people, will pool in their money. So the insurance company is taking premium from, let's say, 100 people. So if they are taking 10 rupees from 100 people, they are pooling in 1000 rupees. Yeah. But the claims or the probability of claims occurring for all those 100 people is close to zero. It will never happen that all these 100 people will have the claim, right?
It's
And then
actually
there are these
2%, correct? Like 1 to 2%
sorry.
People used to claim their money. Like suppose I'm purchasing
Right.
like
So what they
2%.
Right. So if there are 100 people and 100 people are pooling in 10 rupees each, then the probability of getting the claim from 100 people is zero. But maybe 10 people out of those 100 will put up a claim, right? So that's how. So what they say is 10 rupees each from 100 people. I have collected 1000 rupees. Now maybe 2 people out of these 100 will put up a claim, and the limit for each of these people is, let's say, 100 rupees, right? So I have given a premium of 10 rupees, but my claim will maximum go up till 100 rupees. But what insurance company has done is they have collected the money from 100 people, so 1000 rupees they have collected. So let's say 2 people are making a claim 100 each, so they'll give out 200 and 800 is their profit. Plus, what they'll do is they will not keep this 1000 rupees with themselves. They further invest this money into different options in the market, right? Maybe they purchase some stocks, or they keep some investment managers, and they keep on investing this money further. So that investment income will also add to the budget, to the bracket, right? So that's how they do it. So if I specifically talk about Lloyd's market, right, or Lloyd's of London is one of the market. So what Lloyd's has suggested to them is that you think that you are running the business for 1 year. At the start of the business, there are people who pull in the money. Plus, there are kind of investors. You take money from your investors. Plus, add to that the premiums that you are getting from your insurance policies. Plus investment income that you are getting, minus claims, and if any, minus reinsurance payments that you have done, so on and so forth. And at the end of the year, you get some trust fund. You get some amount which is there still left in the pool, and then you keep this amount for another 2 years. So at the end of 3 years, you'll say that, okay, all the claims that are supposed to come have come and I have made the payments. If there are any future claims, then my reinsurance will cover that, or the another insurance policy will cover that. And you do the calculations, and at the end of 3 years, whatever is left, you divide it among to the investors, and that's the profit that they'll be getting. So same is the case with other insurance policies, other insurers as well, right? So they initially invest some money, plus add to that they keep the premiums coming in. Then they do some investments. They maybe and then there are investment money. So there is an income and there is an expense. So as an expense, they'll be giving out maybe their employee salaries. They'll be giving out rent for the place, or the loan installment for the place which they have operating from. The claims is the major expense that they'll be doing. So insurance companies calculate their profit and loss by calculating their incomes minus expenses.
Yeah, thanks,
One more
Chipra.
thing.
Actually, what I guess now, normally, say whatever we do in the banking, okay, normally, if suppose we received the large number of deposits over there in the current account or the saving account, so normally we also put a question to the users also at that point of time. Okay, this is not certain key how many of the clients would be pulling out their deposits. Okay, so there might be some approach that we might be having over there. So what they discuss out key normally the CASA ratio is there. One is there the current account to saving account ratio. So normally what they do, they take a historical base over there, key particular of the numbers of the client who has taken the withdrawals over there. Key because there are being the seasons over there. Okay, how the particular out of 100 people, how many withdraw on the Diwali, how many of the withdraw they under the festive seasons. So the withdrawal rates are high over there. So at that point of time, they get an idea ki okay, they need to put the most of the money, some part of the money over there as a surplus over there for these seasons over there, like ICICI, HDFC. So they have that particular where the customer base is large. So what I guess from the insurance company, what I have in something in mind, ki okay, this is a contingency business what they are dealing into. So it might happen that we might receive a claim or we might not receive a claim from the customer. So they might be having like that key. Okay, if the 100 rupees is being received for the 10 years period term, so they might have that particularly for the first year. They might not expect. It's a probability is very less. But from the second to 10th year, so they might be having some ratio or something over their probability. Okay, we might face some payment with respect to the claims, like some
Right.
war or something might happen, or where the particularly disease or something like COVID happened over there. So so there
Exactly.
might be a certain stages over there where it is out of control. It is some the contingency cause over there which is not being planned or something like that. So I think so they might be having some planning or the probability structures over there. So they might be keeping
Yes.
reserves over there accordingly.
Right. So insurance industry is also based on historic data only, right? So when the insurance companies calculates the premium that they are supposed to charge from a client, right? So how the premium amount is decided? Premium amount is decided based on the historic data of the claims only. So when we they don't think that okay, we'll put up a random number and we'll charge the premium. No. So when they do look into the historic data of the claims, they do note down how much profit they want to make, and what is even being so insurance industry is a very heavily regulated market, right? So we have all these regulators who keep breathing down the insurance companies' necks. So uh, they do keep all these considerations into account, and then only they decide on the premium. And they also have this concept of earned premium. So what they say is, if I have charged 1200 rupees as a premium for 1 year, which is 12 months, then at the end of first month I have earned 100 rupees, but my 1100 is still earned. So when I'm, keeping, noting down what assets I have, I keep assets as 100 only. So because tomorrow if a insurance contract is closed or cancelled, right, then I might have to give 1100 back to the insured. But still 100 rupees I will keep with myself, and I'll honor any claims that have come into this period, because that's what I have earned. So they also have this earned premium and unearned premium concept. On top of it, whatever you mentioned, like festive seasons, withdrawals are more. So similarly, earning profiles are decided. So for each insured, they might say that, okay, my insured is in a, the insured can be a bank also, right? So they might say that my insured is in a banking business, and the probability of getting the withdrawals out of bank is close, is more near to Diwali. So my earning profile, it is possible that the bank might want to cancel out the policy or something like that can happen, right? So they decide on these earning profiles per client also. So whatever you mentioned, right? So those earning profiles are decided. So it could be an even earning profile wherein they are saying, okay, I'll be 100 by 12, which is 8.33 or something, or 6 point something, whatever the amount is. So that is something I'll be charging every month. So it could be easily, equally divided into 12 months, or it could be more or less a business base, in the sense that um, near, in January, I'll be earning 5% of it. In March, I'll be earning 10% of it. September, October, I'll be earning 2% only. So they can, spread out like that. So lot of calculations, and lot of things are considered, lot of variations are considered, variables are considered, before even deciding on the premium amount. So yeah, similar calculations happen at the insurance company.
Yeah, Shifra, normally, just like a banks, they normally have the Basel over there. Okay, Basel 1, Basel 2, Basel 3. So, like for the insurance, do we have any of the some standards maintained over there? Ki, okay, we need to follow that standards. Uh,
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
IRDA is the
So
regulator, but normally, if we look upon key, there might be some Bible what is being provided, like the risk over there, or you can say key, how that particular function should be there, accommodating the capital base. And sorry, actually, I being to from the finance side, so I am looking from the finance level over there. I may not be having the particularly the domain for the insurance again, how that particular flow would work for the insurance.
Yeah, no worries. So yes, definitely. So regulators do give their own standards, right? So IRDA is Indian regulator, so they have their own standards. If I talk about US market, then US market has their own regulators, and they have these insurance services offices, ISO. So they have these ISO standards which work state wise. So every state will have their own regulations, even the documents that gets printed, right? So policy documents that we get, they are regulated by the regulators. You cannot put, because no one is going to read the entire 20-page or 30-page document, right? So they don't want people to get themselves fooled by signing some document which they are not aware of, and which they are not reading and all. So all these insurance documents are regulated, the prices are regulated, you cannot charge more than this. Plus they regulate the insurance companies by saying that you have to insure some businesses which are bound to go into a loss, because otherwise, if it's a regulatory requirement to have a insurance policy, and insurance companies are denying your policy just because you are a high risk business, right? So for example, a firecracker factory. So what are the chances of getting a fire in a firecracker factory? It's a very high thing, right? It's a very risky business. And if insurance companies start denying the policy, you will not get an insurance. But that's not how it is supposed to be. So the insurance regulators do ask the companies to even insure high risk businesses. They ask insurance companies to insure houses in the flood prone areas. So they keep a strict watch on what premium you are charging and what are the things you are doing. Plus claims, right? So they for claims they ask you to keep an outstanding amount the moment the claim is notified. So even on the first notification of loss, outstanding amount is kept, even if you know that you are going to deny the claim, or even if you know whatever you know. But first, the very first thing you're supposed to do is keep the claim amount. So if I'm giving a call to the insurance company and I'm saying, oh, I met with an accident and my car got damaged and I have to pay 1 lakh rupees for getting it serviced, immediately insurance company will keep 1 lakh rupees into a separate account to give to you in an event that they have to make the payment. They cannot use this amount for anything else, right? So those kind of regulations are definitely in place, and every country have their own way of managing the things. But yes, regulators do keep a strict watch on insurance companies. Even in Lloyd's of London, they have this concept of keeping the money from insurance company into a separate account altogether, so that they can make the payment. So what Lloyd's do is they make the payments from this collective account first, and then they charge the insurance company and ask them to complete the amount. It cannot happen that you are denying the claim because you don't have money with you, right? So
Correct.
different mechanisms are there. They ask for insurance companies to provide reports on a monthly basis, weekly basis, quarterly basis. Different reports that insurance companies provide to is supposed to give to the regulators. They have all these so many reports are there, which they ask insurance companies to complete and give, so that they can keep a strict watch on insurance company
But
business. And that's the reason
is
why
the
why
regulator
you will
is the regulator of the IRDA is strong as in a parallel with the RBA?
yes, definitely.
Okay.
So how many insurance companies have you seen failing, right, or declaring themselves bankrupt? It's kind of a rare phenomena,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Because these regulators are breathing down their necks day in day out.
So normally they are
Because
the banks only.
insurance,
I have seen
yeah.
that they are the subsidiary company. The bank subsidiaries are there, so they are running the insurance over there. So
Yes. So insurance is a business which is solely based on a promise, right? In bank, whatever is dealt with, it's dealt in transactions, right? So if you are taking a loan, that amount you have given to the person, and you put some checks in place that the person is capable of returning that amount, right? Same goes for insurance also. But insurance company is a business which is purely based on promise. You are taking money from a person and you are promising him to pay the claim in case something happens. In case nothing happens, then you are keeping that amount with you, right? So it's a trust based business. So when the organization is taking money, they are sort of giving a promise to the person that we will pay you, right? And the person is trusting the organization. So regulations are required to keep a strict watch on this business. Otherwise, uh, claims will get rejected here and there,
correct. Correct.
and people,
The
the whole industry,
people's confidence would get.
yeah, the whole industry will crumble down, right? If insurance companies stop giving claims, then no one will trust any insurance company, and the whole industry will fall down like anything. So the whole industry is based on trust, and it is very important for everyone to maintain that trust.
Yeah, actually, I just wondering about how LIC works over there, because it is having a large number of customer base over there, and have been selling up to the number of policies, and they have the very well system made over there in such a manner that you get the policy mapped over there, and what is the policy details, tenure, and all such things. Means the system is very well placed, as it is having running in every of the states, and having millions and the crores rupees of over the crore customers over there.
Yeah, not only LIC, every other insurance company out there, right? They have these robust systems in place.
Correct, correct.
And that's one of the reasons why any new products are not developed, here and there. So if it take an example of an e-commerce industry, right? Every day new websites pop in. So earlier we had Flipkart, then came Amazon, then came Myntra, and hundreds Meesho and hundreds of
Yeah,
websites pop up, right? But insurance company, if I talk about how many products are there to support insurance policies and claims, there are limited market out there. There are limited products in the
correct,
market,
correct.
because creating a product to meet an insurance company's needs, end to end, is uh, it takes years. So it takes 10 years to develop a product, and by the time you develop the product, the product is outdated. So it takes years and years and years and years to develop a single product. I'm working in a product based company, and I know how much
Effort
effort
goes
goes
over
in
there.
to develop
Correct,
the
correct.
product.
Understand.
Yeah. So
But it's
and
but I understand, Shipra. Normally, whenever we sit in the pantry and have a chat with the finance user also, so it's being said banking and insurance are both other sectors which will never be getting close. So BAs normally should adopt these only two sectors and the security market. So BFSI is I think so the every BA should look for what I suggest.
Yeah, and they are the top domains for that reason, right? So
Correct,
whenever someone asks me what is the top domain for BA, it's a BFSI.
correct, correct.
But that doesn't mean that people are working in other domains are not doing a good
No, no,
job.
no. They are also
The
doing correct,
other
correct. It
domains
depend upon the interest. It depend upon the interest.
also, yeah,
Yeah,
other domains are equally important also,
correct, correct.
right? So for example, aviation domain, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want aeroplanes to start failing because the softwares are not robust enough,
Uh,
right?
yeah,
We all travel by airplanes.
correct.
So we need all types of systems. We need e-commerce websites, right, to make our daily purchases.
Hmm.
We need all domains. Petroleum also, right? So someone talked about petroleum domain. We do need petrol, right? And we do need systems to be able to manage how much petrol has come in, how much petrol has gone out, because otherwise, uh,
Yeah,
we it,
all of them are having the equal importance
yeah,
over there in the market over
yeah.
there. Correct.
So, so there is a one thing that we have to note. So even if BFSI domain is lucrative, right? That also means that hundreds of BAs are out there who are working in this domain.
Mm-hmm.
And because if the demand is more, supply is also more. But if you talk about other domains, if the demand is less, supply is also less. And then what happens is the whatever supply people get, right?
Mm.
They get paid
Paid
more,
more.
because yeah, they get
The
paid more niche, right?
skill set is not being available over there in the market. Correct.
Exactly, exactly, right? So it's a balance. It's balancing out there. It's not like it's highly imbalanced and everyone should work in BFSI domain. If you're working in BFSI domain, be ready for the competition as well. Be ready for the lower pay as well.
Yeah, that's true.
You are getting the job security in return,
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
true. That is
You're
the major
getting
thing.
yeah, you're getting job security in return, but you are getting less pay.
Yeah,
Compare, so it's
pros
high,
and cons about the each of the
yeah,
business model is there.
high risk, high gain. Right?
Correct,
It's
correct.
high risk, high gain, low risk, low gain. So,
Yeah,
so
Vipul and
that's
Supriya there they might also contribute. Actually, me and Shipra both are on the because our talks will never get end.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, it's a pleasure to hear, like, inputs from industry experts for sure. And talking about domain, as I already briefed, right, to Shipra, I was working for a retail client, but definitely these days the market trend here in USA is they only want people to come on site or in hybrid kind of, setup. Hence, where I live, there are major banking and finance industry clients. Hence, like this was definitely interesting to hear out, as I do have experience to retail, but I keep myself open to also apply for any opportunity coming for any banking client, for example, Bank of America, etc. But I don't really get anything in return, as domain is very important, as rightly said. It's like a bread and butter from any BA perspective. But again, like I definitely look forward for looking with these great clients but just the lack of the domain gives me that it takes away the opportunity. So, I mean, when
Yes.
Surveillance actually started, like when you are looking up for any particular domain, at least you should know some technical lingo about it. So if I am looking up for banking as an example to talk in this forum, to actually crack into any banking client, and definitely they are expecting some or the other, domain, subdomain details, what I should be knowing about. How do I start from scratch if someone wants to talk about it? Shipra or Surveillance, anyone. Thank you.
Supriya, to be from a banking domain, actually, I can just only suggest you over there. There are subdomains like the payment, loans, balance sheet, the finance, trade, credit, finance over there. Means there are multiple domains, but it looks after how well you are versed with. Means either you are coming it from the finance side or whether you are coming it from the different stream only, because see the role model of the business analyst is like that. We are facilitating the requirements from the client and getting it with the developer to make it develop over there, and we are just doing the UAT, and we are doing the product implementation. But the basic thing, whenever we are facilitating with the requirement with the client, so at that point of time, the it's not only like that ki if client has said you ki okay, a I need to have in this system, so A should be populating in the system, so we should be making our BRD with that particular requirement as A, and just making that development. We need to have that why A is required and why not the B can be able to follow, or why can't we have the some other requirement. So means we should be somewhat well versed with what the RBI says over there. So means at that point of getting into with the RBI circulars, what does it says about these returns over there? Because RBI has around 123 returns over there, which belongs to only for the finance user, and for the other non-finance user also there are multiple returns. So basically, a banking module is made in such a way that the people, some of the BAs whom we have been in the interaction, who are from the non-finance domain, like they are non BCom, or they are from the engineering background, or they are from the somewhat of the MBA, but from the sales over there, where they find some difficulties over there. Okay, whenever they used to interact with the finance user, so the finance users, as Shipra said, it's like a Korean type of language over there. What they are saying, you won't be able to understand unless and until you have deep dived over there. What is being required with that particularly the line item. Either it is the loan or it is the somewhat of the advances that you are providing to the customers over there. So that helps you out. Before going it to the customer, you need to have the deep drive over there about the requirement, what the regulator is speaking about it, and then only you would be able to place it out. So normally during an interview purpose also, so whenever we have that particular interview, so we also seek the persons over there in such a manner see, everyone has the domain knowledge is not possible, to be very honest. So when we take the interviews from the MBA sales, as well as with the engineering background students, so they have that particularly some part of that कि okay, लेना देना तो सीख लिया, okay, okay, the bank gives the deposits over there, they take the deposits, they give the loans over there. So at least that process over there, when we make them well versed, so they realize where the प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस डेबिट में क्या आएगा, क्रेडिट में क्या आएगा, एसेट में क्या रहेगा, लाइबिलिटी में, मीन्स सम ऑफ देम दे डोंट हैव द नॉलेज अबाउट इट कि okay, my current account, my saving account, will that be an asset or will that be a liability? So means such type of questions now when we frame during the interview over there, so we get a particular interest over there of the person. Okay, if he is not yet well versed also, but he can learn it out and can put a step ahead and can get this type of items over there. Okay, the step by step he will be able to grasp and learn it proper and make it, because we have the teams over there who are from the you can say the engineering, the batch totally after the final year they have completed. So we have that batch over there from the engineering. So HR has kept on our heads like that. Ki you need to just make them learn the finance also somewhat part over there. What is being required from the bank over there and all such thing. So, but they take some time. But slowly and steady, whenever they are in the practice, they are indulging in our day-to-day workings, like the interacting with the user. We keep them with us over there, and they realize, okay, how the senior person discuss with the finance user, what is the requirement, what is the current enhancement that he is expecting, what does the RBI says, what does the actual requirement says, and is being in line with the RBI circular. So they put down into the BRD or the report to data mapping, and then they move ahead over there. I think it was not a bouncer over there.
Oh, well, no. I mean, I do really understand that, like, client or the employer would definitely expect the basics of that industry,
Correct.
where you are actually looking as a prospective next project.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that, yeah.
Yeah, Vipul, any inputs from your side?
Like
Yeah,
banking
so
and
this
insurance
is,
is basically new for me. Actually, right now I don't have like much experience with these two sectors. But yeah, like just I can think about the flows and other thing of these systems basically right now. But yeah, in depth detail I don't have.
Correct,
So
correct.
as like Shivara told, like yeah, there was a quotation journey, then proposal journey, then how the claim, explaining like about the claims and other thing. So at that time, like yeah, everything was running in my mind, like how the system will be, like how we can design, or like how the flow will be basically. So those things, yeah, I'm good at understanding, but like in depth detail, I don't have because
Correct.
like I'm not from that
Normally, to
domain.
be very honest, na, if you are going for some of the BA, na, so you just need to have the system, what we did for the system audit, what we called in our CA language over there. So if we have that system audit over there flow, okay, what is the cycle, trade cycle or the banking cycle moves ahead over there. So from the start till the end, like some question I put up to the Shipra also on that part, how the insurance life cycle flows over there. So from the taking of the premiums till the claim settlement, how that flows goes. So that is the understanding is very important, because if you don't understand the client business, the life cycle, so it would be some gaps over there while you are taking up the requirement. So in that life cycle only, your requirement would be having some part over there. So you need to understand how the life cycle flows. Might be Supriya might be working on the some retail client. Okay, but see, business models are same from the macro level. The business model are like that ki the purchase is being done, then the sales is being done. So the we have the sum of the expenditures, we have the profit, and we pay the tax, and we have the assets and the liabilities. So that model is the same. So how that particular cycle fits over there in the banking or in the securities market or in the insurance market, it depends upon it. Yes, Shipra, anything to add from your end?
Yeah, so as we have already discussed, right? So domain is vast. So even if I take insurance domain, I'm still learning insurance, right? Banking domain, you might have worked in few modules, but
But I'm still
there
learning.
will
I'm
still be
still
more.
learning. Like you only, like
Yeah,
you only.
you are
I'm
learning.
still learning. I
So,
never say
so
that I'm a complete over there. But it's a like that key. It's a
exactly.
on daily
So
basis we get something new to learn.
exactly. So, if Supriya's original question was, how can I learn domain, right? So, there is no there's no other way to learn domain than to actually work in the domain, right? So, as Sarvan mentioned, you learn from looking around how other people are conducting meetings, how other people are questioning clients, and things like that, right? There is no other way to learn. If I give you, if I can, if I say, okay, search for insurance glossary, you might find 50 60 websites out there who are talking about insurance glossary, but just
learning the definitions of different insurance terms is not going to give you domain knowledge. It's not going to help you in any way in your real projects, right? So plus on top of it, if you are looking out, right, and if you are open for any domain, then still and any learning takes resources, right? Any learning will take your time, any learning will take your maybe money, right, sometimes, and any learning will take your efforts, and you have a limited time with you, right, in a day. So you cannot have more than 24 hours, out of which 8 hours will be for sleep, 2 hours for lunch, dinner, and so on and so forth, right? So you have limited time available which you can give to the learning aspect. And where you will focus your learning? Should you focus your learning on insurance domain? Should you focus your learning on banking domain? You don't know, right? So tomorrow an opportunity is coming for maybe aviation domain. Will you miss out on that opportunity, or you'll start, you'll stop? Let's say you are learning insurance. Will you stop learning insurance and move on to learning in aviation industry and aviation domain? No, it won't work out, right? If you see what I mean. You cannot constantly switch from one domain to another domain just because of the way the opportunities are coming your way. Plus, it is very tricky for you to learn the domain just by looking at the definitions or looking at websites, or learning from some aspects. Even if you take some courses, so there can be an insurance course out there. They'll charge you, few $1,000, and they'll say, okay, we'll make you teach insurance. What they're going to do is they're just going to touch the tip of the iceberg, right? So icebergs, right? 90% is down the water, which you don't see, and that's why we are saying learning, right? So learning a domain just to get initiated into a domain, I will never recommend it, because you don't know, right, which domain you should focus on, which areas you should focus on. So let's say in insurance you are focusing on claims. Tomorrow a policy opportunity comes, what will you do? You cannot just learn domain per se. Yeah, it's better to focus on your business analysis skills. It's better to focus on your other skills like communication skills, stakeholder management, right? If you can convince the interviewer that you are a good BA, then the chances of getting selected, even if you don't know the domain, are better than chances of getting selected when you are moving all around the places and moving, touch basing all domains. If you see what I mean.
Yeah,
Right?
totally agreed. Yeah, it definitely makes
Yeah,
sense.
focus on your strength. Yeah, focus on your strengths. Do not focus on your weaknesses. Weaknesses are going to be weaknesses forever, right? You can only improve on them, but still they are going to be your weakness. But your strengths, if you focus on your strengths and if you excel in those areas, those are the things that are going to take you places. Those are the things that are really going to help you. Yeah. So instead of focusing on learning domain, focus on learning business analysis skills. Focus on learning your soft skills, communication, presentation, way to handle meetings, right? Stakeholder management, conflict resolution. So think about those things which are generic, rather than I'll open a website of an insurance glossary and I'll go through these 100 terms. It's not going to help you in any way.
Yeah, I totally I can totally relate to what you are saying, and you are actually speaking my mind, because is exhausting technically, because I'm out in job market looking for another project. So definitely it's taking a toll of I cannot miss on that one opportunity, because you never know which can be the turning point, and hence just hopping from here and there, but nothing is really getting converted. So yeah, I'll keep I'm definitely grasping everything what you guys are saying. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So new things keep on coming, right? So earlier there was waterfall. So when we started with VA, when I started with my VA career, people were teaching us waterfall. What is a waterfall? It's a new methodology that has come into picture. It has different phases. Learn waterfall, right? Interviewers used to ask questions like, okay, tell me the phases of a SDLC. Now no one asks phases of SDLC. Everyone asks what is agile, right? What is Scrum? What Scrum ceremonies are. So information keeps on changing, things keep on changing, things keep on evolving, right? What we need to do is keep ourselves abreast with the latest thing. Right now we have Chat GPT, right? So I'll take the bullet because I have not learned it yet. But yeah, if I don't learn Chat GPT, or if I don't learn to use AI tools, I'm going to definitely lag behind. So what we, as I mentioned, we have limited resources with us, right? We have to make best use of those resources rather than running around here and there trying to become a jack of all trades, right? It's better to become a master of one.
Totally. Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. So very, very nice discussion and very interesting discussion. It's the first time someone actually asked me about insurance domain, so that was quite refreshing as well.
I think so that some brushing of your skills over there happened today.
Yeah, definitely. So, as I mentioned, right, I always learn something new in insurance.
Yeah, every field is good
Even
to learn
even
about
after,
it. So
yeah,
it's like that ki, when we are near the swimming pool, unless and until you don't move inside, you won't be able to learn swimming over there. So at least we need to jump it over there. Ki, okay, God is there.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, my husband tried learning swimming by watching YouTube videos, and he failed flat. Yeah, so he then hired a trainer to teach him swimming. So that's what you have to do. You have to get into the water,
Correct.
right?
That is the most important, to be very honest. So and
Yeah, and
have
that's
faith.
why I asked Supriya not to focus on learning
Correct.
things which she cannot learn, right? If she spends hours and hours going through an insurance
Yeah. So that's
domain
what I was
training,
saying. Na,
it is
ki, see,
it's going to be useful.
insurance as well as the banking and the securities, they are all the totally a big market. You can't learn some of the subsidiaries or some part of it and get into that particular course, or let you can say the industry. You need to have at least one strong point is there. You have the BA skills over there. See, domain, while interacting as a new fresher or something like that, whenever you interact with the client, whenever you are working in a team where the other senior BAs are there, so they would be helping you around, they would be giving you the training. So that won't be a problem, that is not a showstopper for you. But having the BA skills, what the BA requirement, roles and responsibilities, understanding the trade life cycle, so means that is the quite prima facie part that we need to follow. I think Shipra,
Yeah.
at 20, it's 11 o'clock. I think so. You would also be getting the late, and we have already mostly covered major of the points over there.
Yeah, no worries. Earlier we used to have 2 hour sessions, so we used to have these sessions till 11:30. Then audience started, lowering down. So we thought, okay, let's try for 1 hour sessions instead. If people might be thinking 2 hours is more. So I'm completely fine till 11:30, even late than that. But yeah, I think we have reached the conclusion of our discussions. So it was definitely a nice discussion. So maybe we'll catch up next time. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks.
Sure. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for the input.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
It was
you.
everyone
nice
for
to
this
be
Bye.
around.
informative session.
Just before we just before we close, right? I'd like to highlight one more point. So these sessions are on request basis this year, right? So what you need to do is make a request that okay, Shipra, I want to discuss this topic next Saturday or whenever you are available, right? Next Saturday, basically. So I'll be asking, if we have any requests, then do drop in and say that I have a request. So only then we'll conduct the session. Otherwise, we will not conduct the session. Yeah.
Yes, Shipra, can we, as you highlighted the topic of use of AI in our industry, do you think that it can be a topic for discussion?
It can definitely
I
be
mean,
a
as a
topic
request.
for a discussion, but I'd like to be a part of it rather than being a speaker on it because I'm very, very far behind on AI.
Same here.
So yeah, let me see if someone is willing to talk about AI. Yeah. So if we can have a speaker, then definitely I'll like to schedule one. So I'll see. I'll post a message in different forums if someone is willing to speak on AI and how it can be useful for a BA.
Sure, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, let's close the session for today. Thanks all. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks
It was
all.
definitely a
Yeah.
good.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks. Bye bye.